Can you hear me? Good. So let's start then. First position, white has some attack here going on the king side. Bishop g6, he is trying to open the position against our king. So let's see. First question, should we take this bishop or not? Well, fg, knight takes g6. It's a double attack on f8 and d7. It looks quite dangerous. So I think maybe we should do something else in between. I was thinking about h4, trying to distract his queen from the attack first. He cannot do anything with the bishop with the discovered check since the queen will be hanging. So let's see, what can he do after h4? Since the pawn is protected, maybe this is a good idea. So h4, let's say queen g4, and now maybe knight takes e5, d takes e5 first, and only now we can take the bishop, and we are very happy. We are a piece up, and he's got no attack going on. So I think h4. What do you think? X logic? h4 or take the bishop? If you take the knight now, good question. Uh, well, I guess queen takes with check might be interesting. What do you do after that? So knight e5, queen takes e5 check. I guess you want to go king takes bishop. Let's see again. So knight e5, queen e5, king takes g6, and I think white has a very, very strong reply in knight takes d5. Strong move. Taking advantage of this spin on the e file. You cannot take back my knight because your queen on e7 is hanging. And after knight d5, suddenly your pieces start to hang. So your queen is hanging, knight f4 is in the air, knight f4 check, and queen h5, knight f4, king h6, queen h5, that looks pretty bad. So I think I'm going with h4 attacking his queen and see what he's got. Yes. He goes queen g4, and now we can safely take with the knight since queen takes knight with check is no longer possible. So I think knight e5 by far the best move. Takes, takes. Again, let's see. We've got some choice between taking or rook c4 first, again attacking that queen. What do you think, X logic? So is it rook c4 or fg6? Quicker. I would take the bishop, but rook looks good too. No, it looks good, but it's very bad. So I think rook c4 is mistake, big mistake, due to bishop e4. Discover check, and again you're in trouble. So I will just take the bishop. What is wrong with taking the bishop? I don't see any problem, so I will just take it. Yes. Plus 9 points. That's good. Take, take, take. Yes. Okay. Next. Black to move. He played knight b5, trying to say that we cannot take his knight because of the pin. All right. But at first sight, f2 is loose and knight on b5 is hanging. So maybe we've got some idea. Queen b6 attacking these 2 points, right? Knight on b5 and pawn on f2. So let's say queen b6 double attack. I think he's got only one move. Knight back to d4. What to do then? I don't think we need a moderator. But if you go queen f7, yes, queen f7 might be better. Attacking f2 and b5, and there's no longer knight d4. Yes, this looks completely winning. Actually crushing. Yeah, queen f7 much better. Because queen b6, knight d4, he covers. He covers and he defends well. Yes, queen f7, queen d4. What now? Yes, take the knight. Okay, next. Good, white to move. So he tried to cover himself, cover his exposed king with the pawns, playing g6. But maybe we can still somehow open the position. So at first sight, we see ideas like bishop a5, queen a5, queen g2 attacking. But maybe he can just defend with bishop f5. What if we change the move order? Let's say rook g6, sacrifice, king takes, and now bishop a5, queen g2 check. You cannot go to f5 due to queen g4 mate. So after queen g2, you have to go king f7. Do we have a checkmate there or not? Hmm. So should we sacrifice on g6 or not? Well, actually, he's got uh, he's got knight b3 intermediate move, unfortunately. So rook g6 fails, I think. After knight b3 check, you no longer have bishop a5 idea. So maybe we should take the knight first. After all this, first take the knight, then rook g6, then rook g6, king g6, queen g2, king f7, queen g7, king e8, and what then? Maybe h7, maybe h7, yeah. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So again, what I was saying was bishop takes knight, queen takes bishop, rook g6, rook sacrifice, king takes, queen g2 check. You cannot go to f5 because of queen g4 mate, so you have to go back. Queen g7, king e8 again back, h7 trying to promote to queen. And if some random move, let's say bc4, I even have ideas of queen f8, king f8 and h8 queen, and that looks pretty decisive. So yeah, let's go for it. Bishop a5. Best move. Again, do you see anything better than sacrifice? I hope you understood my analysis and that rook g6 should be winning. What do you think? Going for the sacrifice? Let's go. Rook g6. King takes, now queen g4. Now queen g7. I don't see anything better. Good. He goes back. And again, I don't see anything better than just going forward with Harry, this pawn, and then h8 queen. If bc4 again, I have queen f8 even. So let's go. He's got no checks. No checks here. Our rook covers. So let's go. h7. Best move. And bc4. And now we have a decision to make. The decision is to take back on c4 or go h8 queen or queen takes f8. What do you think? Between these three moves, which one should be the best? Well, one move, I'm sure it's not very good. This is reactive play with dc4, and this will play in our opponent's hands. I think this is a bad move, so let's remove it. We've got two more, h8 queen or queen f8. Well, h8 queen looks, if you take the rook first and then do all that, doesn't he still has discovered check after? Let's see. So let's say check, he takes, check, and maybe he tries to run away. King e7, rook h7 check, king here, and we don't have any checks. So maybe queen f8 fails after all this. So maybe we should go for h8 queen. Let's calculate. So h8 queen, I think he can take the bishop, king d1, no more checks, and checkmate threatened. Yes, I would go for this. You cannot even defend like queen before because I can take. Queen takes rook, rook takes queen, and rook h8, pinning and winning, right? Rook h8. You don't have time for b8 because of mate. So you'll have to take. I take with check. You move the king. I give a check again. You move the king somewhere, and then maybe I go a3. not to allow b takes a2 and a1 queen, and I'm winning. So let's see. I'm going with h8 queen. Danes, do you agree with h8 queen here, or is black winning with the counter attack? So h8 queen or queen f8? Looks good. cb3, king d1, I think you mean. Yeah, exactly. Let's go. h8 queen. Puzzle failed. Well, sometimes this is how it goes. What did we miss here? I think we missed rook c1. I think we missed rook c1. h8 queen, cb3, king d1, rook c1. Rook c1 is very bad for us. We missed that one. King c1, queen c5, check. That looks pretty bad. It looks pretty bad there. Mhm. Hold on, maybe we've got king b1. Queen c2, king a1. So after all, to take the pawn. No, after all, I think this is the right move. No? So after all, should we just take the pawn? Okay. Wow. This is a cold-blooded move. D takes c4 here with all this tactical chaos. So d4 best move, hard to find, hard to find. Okay, now I see the idea. The idea if he takes now, this rook is no longer protected, so we can go queen f8, king f8, h8 queen, but still he's got bishop g8 counter check. Okay. Anyway, he goes rook f7, and now we can queen, and this was the right solution. Yes, let's analyze. Let's analyze. This was pretty interesting. Where can I analyze? Here. So check, check, h7 takes, h8 queen. This looked pretty good. So should he take on d3 or on b3? Let's say on b3. King d1. Looks okay. Okay, it looks okay, but queen c5 maybe? Well, I'm threatening some things here. Checks don't help. Bishop f7. Also queen h5, bishop f7. Yeah, this looks bad. Let's check with the computer, but I think black is winning and we missed it. Yes, it's equal position. It's equal position, unfortunately. Okay, so the cold-blooded move dc4 was the right idea, and then h8 queen, and we are winning in every line here. Okay, next. Okay, so to understand the position, we were threatening to take the rook, and instead of trading rooks, he tries to defend with queen b2. Material is equal. His threat is to take our rook, so we should do something. either take or rook a2. Queen b4 also, yes. We win a pawn and he cannot take on a3. Unfortunately, after queen b4, maybe there is queen takes a3, and if he's not mated, we are losing. Queen b4, queen a3, queen e1, king summer, and yeah, that's not going to win the game for us. Okay. Not enough firepower. Yes. Queen b4, interesting idea, taking advantage of this spin, but not working. Between rook b3 and rook a2, which one do you think it's better? Rook a2, of course. Of course, it's rook a2. I mean, it's by far the best move. And what I don't see how can he defend after rook a2. My idea, if you go queen c3 blunder, I have d4 double attack on queen and rook on b3, so that's bad for you. And if you go back, then I'm happy. What do you think? Rook a2 first move, save some time on the clock, and see after queen c1 from there. Seems only good move here. Yes, let's go rook a2. Yes, queen c1 or queen b1, and then take it from there. It's quite simplistic thinking, but okay. Okay, best move, and queen d4. We said that this is blunder because of d4, and he's losing, right? You don't have perpetual. You don't have perpetual, yes. Queen d4. Let's say even something like rook takes bishop, and you don't have perpetual. Queen d8, king g7, queen d4, f6. No checks for you. Or maybe you have g5. No, you don't have time for g5. Your rook is hanging with check. So let's go d4. D4 double attack. Discovered attack. So queen d4. As I said, we've got ourselves an option, and I think you know which one is better. Should we take the rook or the bishop? X logic, take the rook or the bishop. Take rook, easy work. Well, now maybe it's not such easy work, right? Check. You go king g7, check, f6. Check again. This looks like a perpetual check. You cannot go back with the bishop, yeah? Your queen is hanging. We leave d7 open for checks. That doesn't look good. I would take the bishop here. Well, it's a free bishop. I have one more defender in case you want to check me. Yes. All pieces after bishop b3 are on the queen side, and he goes for an attack on the king side. So this is not good news for us. So take the bishop. After all, nice, nice. Plus 4 points. Let's see queen c1. Queen c1 was an option. Yes, d4 looks completely winning. How do you defend? Your bishop will be hanging, your rook is attacked, you're losing. And as Dan has mentioned, rook b2, queen a3, double attack, and black is winning. Okay, let's go. Queen to h5. So, first of all, I think you look at this queen and say this is quite trapped because bishop f3 traps the queen. However, you should look for counterattacks, and he's got knight takes f2, which might be a problem for you. Knight f2, and now let's calculate. So bishop f3, knight f2, we are a piece down. We take the queen, he takes the queen, still a piece down. We take on e8. We take on e8. We take on e8, but he can take on e5. And that's not very good. Do we have anything better than bishop f3? Maybe we do have. This bishop is hanging. Yes, so clearly two candidate moves for white. Bishop f3 trying to trap the queen, or just simply take the bishop. Let's see again. Bishop f3, knight f2, bishop h5, knight d3, bishop e8, knight e5. Knight e5 is very unpleasant for us. Also, we are 2 pawns down, so in the endgame, that will be very bad for us. So yeah, I would take the bishop here after all this. Well, this bishop is hanging. Why not just take it, right? Take free stuff. Okay, let's see. Knight f2, king f2, queen h4 check, but I can just go back. King g1, and I'm doing very well. Just take free piece, I think. Okay, he took the bishop and attack our queen, so we have to take it back. Let's quickly check knight f6, gf6, no continuation there. So let's just take the knight, and this is good. Yes, knight f6, he's got the pawn. Next, black to move. It looks pretty winning, right? Bishop e2, queen e2, rook f2, queen f2. What is this? Is this a joke? Is this problem a joke? What kind of joke is this problem? Isn't bishop e2 completely winning? Okay, he might go king here, but that looks completely losing. Okay, do we have anything better than bishop e2? Of course, he has to take on e2. Bishop e2, king e1, bishop f2 winning. So he has to take. And now either bishop f2 or rook f2 should be winning. King e2, rook f2, king d3. Maybe. Maybe this will could be played. Okay, let's see. So bishop e2, king e2, rook f2, king d3. And he's got some ideas here. Like if rook c2 blunder, maybe he's got bishop f5 check. Tricky idea. If we take the bishop, well, actually we don't have the bishop anymore. Bishop f5 check with the idea of queen e8. And even if king b8, queen e8, and queen a4. Bishop f2 looks more sound. You mean after bishop takes e2, right? Bishop e2, king e2, and bishop f2. Hmm. Yes, bishop f5 there. Yes, yes, bishop e2, queen e2. Sorry, bishop e2, king e2. Bishop f2, bishop f5 check. Again problem. Again problem. You cannot take because of mate. Is bishop h3 an idea here? Okay, king e1, rook f2. You cannot go king d2 because of bishop f4. Yes, yes. Bishop f2, rook f2. Queen h1 is not a checkmate because there is a bishop. Bishop h3, king e1, rook f2, rook f2, queen g1, king e2, bishop g4 back, and bishop f3. And seems like he's defending. Where is he? Hmm. Bishop h3, king here. Hmm. I think these are close. Either bishop h3 or bishop e2. I don't see the win here. Bishop e2, king e2. I don't see the win here. Again, rook f2, king d3. Hmm. So I guess it's bishop h3, king e1. Bishop f2. Maybe it's bishop f2. Rook f2, queen g1, king e2, bishop g4, bishop here, bishop takes. Yeah, but queen takes. Ah, and queen g1. What a puzzle. Yes, I would go bishop h3. What do you think? Bishop h3 first move? Okay, bishop f4 also looks interesting, but okay. Queen h3 and after bishop g2. Mhm. So again, bishop h3, king here. Do we have a win here or not? Let's say rook f2. At least after bishop h3, king e1, rook f2, you cannot go bishop f5 due to rook takes f5 check. Good, that's good for us. But you have to take rook takes. And now what? And now check. You have to. Yes, this looks doesn't seem to work actually. This one is tough. Well done, as he cannot go rook a8 because there is a pawn on a2. Yes, bishop f4. I was thinking, but this is queen a5, queen a7, not good. Okay. So again, I would go between these two. check on e2, take with the king. Bishop f2, bishop f5. Take here. That's not good. Rook f2, king d3. No more checks, no more threats. I don't like this, so actually I wouldn't take the rook. Wait a minute. Check, okay, bishop f3. Hmm. Bishop h3, king e1, rook f2, rook f2. Queen g1, king e2, bishop check, bishop f3. Wow, and he defends. Wow. Okay, we need to make a move. Let's see. Check or take the rook. What do you guys think? So let's see. Bishop e2, king e2, bishop f2, bishop check, king b8, and then okay, let's take the rook. Let's take the rook then. X logic, you were right. We should have taken the rook a long time ago. Free rook. Yes, yes, yes. And now rook f2 or bishop f2. I would go rook f2, right? Failed. Wow. Yes, I thought so. I thought so that bishop f2, bishop f5 is good for him. But still, king b8. King b8. King b8, and if you take on f2, queen e5, and my king is safer than yours. Yes, I should have gone for this one. Bishop f2. Okay, he goes for that. Okay, what a puzzle. Let's see. Yes, because bishop f5, just king b8, check, and I'm doing fine, right? This is hanging. This might be hanging. Yes, this was not so dangerous. King b8 and it's winning. Yes, okay, next. Okay, this looks very easy, right? Yes, rook f2, king d3, and there is no attack there. Sorry, I just moved to the next puzzle. What else? Maybe this one. Yes, but he can just take. Yes, we need to go gh3. I don't see anything else better. Who can see a good move here? We need a good move for black. h2 is bad. h2 is bad because he takes the pawn. He takes the pawn and he's got three pawns. Rook behind the pawn. He should be completely winning. h4 and rook g4, yes. And rook g4. If king f5, now h2. Now h2. Now h2 because if he takes, I just win. Okay. Nice. First move to calculate here, queen h8. But this doesn't work. So I guess we have to take here. No other moves. If he checks, we go knight f3, right? How are we standing? Pretty weak, pretty weak. 2404. Okay, let's make up. So hg5 check here and we win. So let's go. Let's go. We have to catch up. Check knight f3. How do you defend against mate here? Hmm? f6 g6. Oh, f5. F5. Wait a minute. Is f5 a move? Is f5 a move? Knight f3, f5. How do we win there? Yes, f5 and queen g4. Hmm. f3. f3 is bad, yes. Rook d2 and you're checkmated. Knight f3, f5, rook h4. What do you think about that? Nice? White's winning, right? Let's go. Let's go. We have to catch up. Yes, otherwise queen g4 is a threat. We don't have time for g6, so rook h4. That's funny. Okay, +8, nice. Next. Correcting the idea. Yes, yes. Pata Kapindashvili. Hmm. Okay, rook d3, queen d3 fails, right? So rook d3, knight d3 forced. But now, oh, hang on. This is winning, right? So we just have to take this pawn in order to distract the queen, right? Just take this pawn. Just take this pawn, and this will be winning. No need to complicate things. You don't have rook g7. I just take with the king, queen g1 or something. That's nothing. Let's go. Let's go bishop f4. Need to catch up. I just take your rook. You take there. You want to mate me now, but that's not going to happen. I can just take this guy with check first. And it's winning. Yeah. Next. That was easy. Bishop f3. Okay. We are a piece up, right? We are a piece up here. Obviously not taking with the rook, yeah? Queen d4, and we are losing the bishop. So, gf3, right? gf3, since queen d4, queen f2, we step out of this pin. He wanted f5, but just gf3 if check again, queen g2. So let's go gf3. Okay, he took there. I have to take back with the pawn. Don't have anything else. And it's winning. Yeah, next. We are at 24-20. Let's go for a few more. If we do the next three correct, it's very good for today. So, okay, what to play as white? Take with the bishop or the rook, X logic. Come on, with the queen or the rook. With the bishop or the rook, sorry. It's easy. Easy work. Bishop, no, take with the rook. Take with the rook here. And now queen a1. Fatal pin. Take the queen or the rook, X logic. The queen or the rook, X logic. Of course, the queen. Wow, plus 10 points for that one. Okay, okay. Still, we need to catch up. We need to catch up. So let's see. D5 looks good. Threatens mate, right? Why is D5 not working here? Do we have anything better than D5? I don't see anything better. I don't see anything better than D5. Let's play D5. Okay, he goes for this rook D7 trying to stop me. Okay. But now I can just win this pawn and I threaten to go d4 again. Rook d4, rook h3 check, and I pick up the rook. Yes, I'll just take the pawn. Also, after taking the pawn, you cannot go f6 because I take your bishop, f7, and I just go rook h8 and I catch the pawn. So yeah, rook h2. Now I just take the bishop, like I said. Just take the bishop. I'm not afraid of f7 since rook h8, and I catch the pawn. Next. Yes, yes. Rook h2 going for d4. f5 looks good. Threatens mate, right? Oh, there's not. There's no mate. King g2. Wait. No, f5 is probably a bad idea. Hmm. So black is winning here. Equal material. Okay. King f5. And what is the threat with king f5? I don't understand. King f5. I just go h6 maybe. Rook d2 with rook h1 coming. And if I go g4 check, king f4. Yes, yes. That might be it. King f5. Yes, king f5. This king is loose. And if I go king g2, Just rook somewhere, probably. Hmm. Nice, nice, nice. Rook f8, yes. Rook d2, g4, I have king d4. Yes, but then king g3. We can we collect this pawn? No, because of g4. We cannot collect that pawn. So what to do now? Yes, rook d2 actually. Why not? Yeah. Rook d2 threatens mate. Yeah, exactly. Rook d2, g4, king e4. You don't have this. It's mate and mate. Yes, his rooks are useless. So yeah, rook d2. Rook d2. What can he do here? Hmm. Yeah, nice, nice one. Okay, let's do last one. So he took a rook there. Material is pawn down for us, but we are to move. A lot of pieces hanging here. This is hanging, this is hanging, this is hanging, and this is hanging. Seems that knight g6 and rook e2 does the job of picking up the exchange. Knight g6, he cannot go here, he has to go here. Rook e2. It looks like that, yeah. Don't see a way to defend for him. No, just take the exchange. Nice, nice one, Dennis. Why not rook e2 first? Yes, queen e6. That's right. Okay. Okay, we are close to 2450. Let's go for it. 7 points away from 2450. So black to move here. Why not just check King G1 and Knight F4. What do you guys think? Is that mate after Knight F4 or not? Okay, he's got Queen E4. Let's not waste any more time. Queen F3, best move, right? It's a check, so it should be the first move. Exactly. Rook F5 and then Knight F4. Okay, 2 points. 2 point. We need 2 more points. By the way, Queen F5, Knight F4, Queen E4 fails to Knight H3, mate. Yes. Let's see. Let's see. 2 more points to go for 2450. Again, an end game. We are a pawn up right now. Probably his threat is to go like this. Knight d6 might be an option. Bishop d6 might be an option. Actually, bishop d6 is a blunder, right? Bishop d6, rook takes, knight c5 check, then take on d6. So yeah, it's between maybe knight d6. This could be possible, knight d6. What does he play after knight d6? Because yeah, we win another pawn, right? Knight d6, rook somewhere. I just take the pawn. And now I'm 2 pawns up, not just one. Why not knight d6? Why should knight d6 not work here? I don't see why. Can you see a problem with knight d6 here? So again, last puzzle. If we do it right, this is the last puzzle. Come on, let's try to trap that rook. And if rook c7, I guess we just take. Even if he doubles there, I think we can exchange one of the rooks. Yes, keeping this bishop, otherwise knight c5 is very annoying. And also c3 is maybe one of his ideas. So knight d6 is stopping that as well, with knight e4 coming up. What? Knight c5? What is this? What is this joke? Of course I just take. And now of course I take your rook, right? Okay. Okay, if you take, I can move my rook anywhere on a light square. Like this or like this, and I'm 2 pawns up. Actually, just 1 pawn up. But also an exchange up. Yes. And if you take with the rook, Just king e8. Just king e8, rook e6, I have rook b7. Yeah. So let's see. I just take. And we are very good. We are on 24-50. Okay. Nice. So after all this, we've got two problems wrong. Let's review them. So this one with g6, we had it wrong because check h7, and here the cold-blooded move, which I think this is close to impossible to find. I'm not sure if you would find this one because it feels very natural that you should continue your own plans with either h8 or queen f8. Oh, yeah, X logic was right with dc4, just taking the pawn, but okay, just queen and it's winning. And then there was another problem with this one, just take the rook. And now bishop f2, we shouldn't worry about bishop f5. We were so worried about this move, but this is not so dangerous. Yes, and here we just take the rook. Yes. These were not so difficult to find. We just overcomplicated this one. Bishop f5, king d8 is bad, I think. Right? And I just run with the king. Right? Oh, rook e8 is a problem. Yeah. Yes, we should have gone for this one. Okay, maybe this is the problem, right? Wait a minute, this is some problem. Okay, it's still playable. Still unclear. Mm. There is bishop g6 and white wins after all this. Yes, this was very tricky. This one was clearly tricky. Why was rook f2, bishop f4, knight now I think? Well, check. How can you mate me here? I don't see a mate. If rook f3, king c4, no more checks, right? And I have some checks, some nasty threats. Yes, if rook check, I might consider this one as well. Yes, we can check with the computer now. Yes, king b8 is from the start much better. So bishop f5, just king b8 wins. King d8 is a draw. So king d8, queen e6. Oh no, this was bad. This was bad. Yes, just takes. Just takes. Yeah. But king b8 was the right move. Check, check, rook f5, and this king is in big danger. Big danger. Yeah. Okay, still did a lot of points. Yes, from 2404 to 2456, 52 points for today. Pretty good, 52 points. Okay, thanks guys. I'll see you. Bye bye.